Central Texas continues to grow. Since 1980, the region has grown by 3.7% per year to a population nearing 1.8 million. With employment rates outpacing the national average, robust opportunities in education, culture, recreation, and entrepreneurship have helped land Central Texas at the top of many best of lists.
We have begun the process, and it'll be a long process, of addressing our transportation needs. For so long, our technique was just to bury our head in the sand and ignore it and hope it got better. And of course that didn't happen.
The truth is we have grown, people want to live here, and people that come here, they want to stay here. We are well behind where we need to be, but we're doing some great things. We just have to keep up that momentum.
Population forecasts estimate our six-county area will grow to more than 3.3 million people by the year 2035.
Not surprising that I-35 is the big problem in the region. So moving forward into the future, what we do with I-35 and what we do to relieve traffic off of I-35 is going to be critical to the region.
In addressing our mobility challenges with significant growth, jurisdictions and entities across our region are continuing to work together, helping to bring significant projects online that have positive impact for the near and longer term.
I think the biggest success from the region has been 130 and 45. I think back to just a few years ago when those didn't exist, how long it took to get to the airport, how long it took to get to South Austin, how long it took to get to Cedar Park or Leander. And now we almost take it for granted that I can jump on those projects and I can be at the airport faster from Round Rock than a lot of people from the western side of Austin can.
Round Rock is over 100,000 people now. Several cities in the area over 50,000. San Marcos, Cedar Park, Georgetown, a few more that are approaching that threshold. We've begun to make some significant progress, I think, on mass transit. The transit working group is reconvened. Project Connect is going strong. And we have at this point developed a regional plan for mass transit that includes all of the elements. It includes express buses, it includes bus rapid transit, it includes commuter rail, it includes urban rail, and even intercity rail. So all of those things working together throughout the region because transportation in all its forms is really a regional discussion that you have to have. You got to have regional collaboration and cooperation for it to work.
To be able to coordinate all that and then have the state come to the table and have that leadership role with a very, very large involvement from local stakeholders working through that entire process as we continue to work is exciting and hopefully will lead to stronger Central Texas.
Looking forward to our future, it becomes increasingly important to understand and address key issues that affect our region's mobility.
The problem we're going to face is that asset, that advantage that we have of being able to offer different and diverse lifestyles, that will go away if people can't get around so that they can participate in the economy. I think that's going to require us to pay attention to different things other than just roads. Clearly we need to focus on the roads, but things like transit.
Our voters have told us through several successful bond elections that they want us spending money on transportation. And we have put down over 175 new lane miles in the county in the last decade. And it allows folks to get to work or to soccer practice or the grocery store to church a whole lot faster than they used to. We've grown 69% between the last census, 2000 and 2010. And locally, we have spent a lot of time and a lot of money increasing the lane miles here. But the challenge is, as you head south, no matter what we do up here, if we don't focus on what happens on 183 south of 620 or on Mopac, we haven't solved the problem.
Choices in the modes of transportation, land use, travel patterns, and transportation funding will help us make decisions across jurisdictional boundaries.
The reason that we're able to undertake so many projects that we have, so many transportation projects, is because the voters authorized a half-cent sales tax back in 1997 that could be used only for transportation projects. So most of the funding for our major transportation projects are coming through that half-cent sales tax.
Absolutely, we have huge challenges with funding. When you look at the state gas tax and the federal gas tax, those haven't been changed since 91 and 93 respectively. And so the dollars that you could buy in the early 1990s versus today are not a whole lot. And it's not increasing, it's not changing. So we do have to be very creative in how we deal with that.
We started something new in the last few years, and that was partnerships with other groups. And in particular, we partnered with TxDOT to fill in the missing parts of the interchanges on Ben White at I-35 and Mopac. The city got together with the state of Texas. City provided the funding from our bond money. TxDOT completed the project, and eventually they're going to pay us back. I think it's the kind of out of the box thinking that we have to do.
Our future success continues to depend on individuals, groups, and organizations working together to improve regional mobility and helping to set the stage for the continued success of our Central Texas communities.